Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for yet again another match of the Commonwealth Games 7. This next one, Tonga versus Scotland. It's going to be physical. Jordan Edmonds, definitely one to watch out for here for Scotland. And then I would go Halafihi for a Tongan player to keep an eye on for this contest. What we're quickly going to do is take a picture of the starting lineups. Barreto is in there for Scotland. They showed it for about 3 seconds in the starting lineup for Tonga. It is going to be Tupou, Walter Fafita, Samisoni Azi, also Edward Sunia, Pakalani, Togatea, and also Oseka. So actually no Halafihi in the starting lineup, but I will keep you guys updated with who's out on the field for Scotland. I know that Jordan Edmonds will certainly be there as he is one of the keys. Alongside him in the squad that they have gone with Ross McCann, he will be out there. Paddy Kelly, Jamie Farndale, he will be starting this match as the captain of the 7 side. But do let me know your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen Scotland push some of the best teams around the world in sevens. Tonga only recently coming back after taking part in the Oceania Sevens competition, where they were beaten a few times overall. Scotland, they're brave, says David. Currently in their group, South Africa do sit at the top of the bunch. Tonga will be kicking it off. Pakalani gets us underway for Tonga versus Scotland. It's going to be taken nicely by Scotland, just out from their 22. Jamie Farndale having to join that breakdown alongside Robbie Ferguson, who did drag it down. Now Ross McCann sees space on the short side. It's been tackled well, though, by Tonga's defence. And there's one thing that Tonga, they will be working on plenty of times in the training, making sure that the defensive line is strong and they don't allow too many men through. But it's a nice step from Paddy Kelly. In fact, no, sorry, it was Sofalaran who did receive that pass. And also we have there Scotland 28, Tonga 18, says David. And also hope it's a good game, 25-15 to Scotland. And Scotland, says Gareth in there as well. So it does seem like Scotland are the favourites with the community as well. Barreto has a good carry. Nice clean out from Scotland. Hanging on to this ball. I'm looking out for Jordan Edmonds, who might actually not be in the starting lineup, but now it is Sofalaran. He will be going straight through. And let's ban the bagpipes, says Stephen, but that has gone in. Scotland score the first try of the contest. And it is Femi Sofalaran who was able to go in for that first try. Come on, Tonga, 25-15 Scotland, says it was Westerner. It's good work from Scotland. The quick hands found the ball onto the outside to the number 13, Sofalaran. And he did go in and score the first try of the match for Scotland. It looks like the turf is getting roughed up a little bit here, unfortunately, for them, which is not really what they will want to have for the Coventry Wasps, or the Wasps, as I like to call them. I don't think anyone calls them the Coventry Wasps, do they? That has gone over. Scotland now leading 7-0. As Sofalaran was able to get the first one on Tonga 23, Tonga 25, Scotland 23. Says 123 MS, and feel like I'm the only person who wants Tonga to win. 123 MS is right up there with you. And also on the poll, it actually has quite a bit of favoritism in favour of Tonga. So it could be a good game. But now it does look like the quick tap's about to be taken. No, instead they actually want to go for touch here. Tongatea does kick that ball almost into touch. That was brilliantly done, Scotland. That was a football save by a goalie, but instead now it's going to be 5 metres out for Tonga. So it's kind of reversed a little bit. Barreto thought he was doing well keeping that ball in the field of play, but instead it did actually manage to get them extra metres for Tonga. Asi about to throw it in. Samisoni Asi getting ready to throw it for the Tongans. It's gone straight into the middle. It looks like they were considering going almost for more of a rolling more than anything else. Sione Tupou, the captain. It's a penalty to Scotland, though. Brilliantly done in the breakdown. I think these two sides, if you had them play each other 5 times, I think one side would win it 3 times, one side would win it 2 times. They just seem to be quite even at times. And also Hamish has another marathon day. Best luck. Says 123 MS. Yeah, the last game we are covering is taking place in about 10 hours' time in the morning. That should be very exciting. Anyone or everyone in the UK wants Scotland to lose, apart from the Scottish, says Westerner. Yeah, Barrett throws it in, or Barreto, in fact, McCann off to Barreto. Does sling the wide pass. Now this is nice work. Ferguson, one more pass out to the try scorer, Sofalaran, and it looks like it's going to be a foot race. He wins it every day of the week. Oseka wasn't able to catch him, and now it's going to be another try for Sofalaran. And Tonga 29 or 21, Scotland 19, says King T. Femi Sofalaran, his second try of the match. He is the same age as me. And he is out there scoring tries flat out for Scotland currently. Soon as he backs his pace, you know that he's going to be dangerous, and he just sends it towards the try line. For a start, I thought there was half a chance for Oseka, but then that chance disappeared pretty quickly, and the rest of the world want England to lose, except England, says Gareth there. And yeah, that first matchup up against Samoa was certainly not what England were hoping for in their first game of the Commonwealth Games. Good connection on the drop kick, but it has missed away to the left-hand side, so the score will remain 12-0 in favour of Scotland. Tonga still with 2.5 minutes left in this first half to try and get back into it. Hamish, not only with Marathon, there's Brandon there. Now Ross McCann passes back across to the hands of Harvey Elms. Relatively new name on the Sevens circuit. We haven't seen a huge amount of him recently. Now one more. Barreto goes off to Jamie Farndale, the captain of Scotland, and he will be impressed with what he is seeing from his boys throughout the early stages of this contest. Ross McCann goes one more out into the hands of Sofalaran. He's already got 2 tries in this one and wants the hat-trick. And bro, for God's sake, please, New Zealand and Scotland, 16-20. I always promise us, says the Ninja Dude there. Although I do always say as well that more than likely with the time zones, it does make it unfortunate. We did do one of the cricket games, though, between South Africa and England, which we weren't initially going to do, but I did manage to squeeze it in while also sleeping after it for like 16 hours, I think, or something along those lines. I want England to go to penalties, says Stephen Bissett. England to go to penalties. Or I want England to go to penalties. I'm doing marathon on my own YouTube, says Brandon there. Currently Tonga looking fired up in the front row. And also Malakai, no Malakai Fekitoa. He is still with Tonga, but he's injured, I think. I think he's got a bit of a, I want to say leg injury, as we currently say at Pacific Nations, always overperform in the sevens. I think better suited for it. So here's 1-2-3 MS. It looks like they do want to take the kick for touch. Do they? No, instead they want to go for the scrum here for Scotland. Still 1 minute 15 left in the first half. Scotland, if they get another try, they will certainly be able to help themselves towards a little bit further. And also, no, please do ODI match their Danish, says the Ninja Dude. I think the next one that we have got for New Zealand that isn't in the middle of the night, I think is actually Netherlands T20 that we are considering for it. Now passed back across. Scotland hanging on to this one. Now one more pass off to Sofalaran. Each time he's touched the ball, he's almost been able to score. He scored twice already. And are you Springbok versus Fiji Sevens for the women? We are indeed going to be doing that game at 4:30 a.m. That one starts. So it will be a late night fixture. Ross McCann. Nice run. He has been released now. 30 seconds left in this first half. Tonga haven't really had a lot of the ball throughout this first half, which has really cost them big time. That was a big shot on Ferguson's midsection. Now nicely taken. Looks like a loose ball sits back up for Scotland once again. Now Elms slings it across. Nice work from Scotland. And now it's the hat trick. It's confirmed. It will be Sofalaran who does manage to get his 3rd try of the match. I think that's about the 4th or 5th hat trick that we have had in the sevens already. And we are still extremely early on in the competition. But Farndale did the nice kick. Yeah, he took a big shot on the midsection. And also, I speaking Hindi. Hello, says the Ninja Dude there as well. Sofalaran did manage to run it in for the try. And where's George and Isaac? They meant to be Kiwi lads too, says Gareth. So Isaac's still up the road in Christchurch, which is about 2.5 hours up. I'm hoping he does return down south for a match relatively soon, but I think it will probably be in about a month's time. And also we have got there Sophia Laren is playing. Not quite. Femi Sofalaran, the full name there, but I guess that one's a little bit easier to say with Sophia, isn't it? And how's Mum actually doing very well? She was watching the triathlon when the Kiwi did manage to get himself the silver. And George at the moment is down in Southland, I should mention as well, for a family event. I think he comes back tomorrow night. So maybe on Sunday we might be able to get him round for some of the rugby, or maybe just something in general. Maybe we do a gaming live stream. I know that is something that a lot of people are keen on at the moment. Jamie Farndale firing up the boys. That was not a Scottish accent. Unfortunately, I bowl like Lockie Ferguson, says the Ninja Dude. Well, hopefully you don't get injured like Lockie Ferguson, because unfortunately for him, he just has had so many injuries. Hopefully it's not too bad. My batting is like Joss Butler. And there says the Ninja Dude. And yeah, I do know that the series between South Africa and England, as we sit, is 1-1 in the T20. So they've got one more match coming up later on. Farndale taking some deep breaths. Tonga really didn't get much of a chance in that first half. I think the player who was probably most prominent is, it's actually hard to say, maybe Tonga at Isaiah doing this game. There's Brandon there as well. But Tonga, they still have the supporters in the crowd. Sione or Samasoni Asi probably the most prominent throughout that one, now that I think about it, due to the fact that he had the lineouts. But I'd say possession in this game has to be 80% in favour of Scotland, 20% to Tonga. They're going to need some changes here, and it looks like they have done just that for the Tongans. They have got 7 players out on the field. I think Halafihi might have made his way out there. Not that T20 is just a lottery. Yeah, it's the test matches, which I know are the ones that a lot of people are looking forward to. And the upcoming, I think 19, maybe 18 days away from the test matches. And I know you will be very keen for those, Gareth, when they do roll around. Ferguson will be kicking us off for the second half now. And this match between Scotland and Tonga just gone the 10 metres. It's a knock-on from Tonga, or the advantage is there anyway. And Scotland now going to be using their backline. Ferguson goes across to the youngster. Avi Helms tries to find the offload. He's done just that as well. Beautifully done. And it is going to be now Jake Henry who does run in for the try. I don't think he's been out there very long when Ben Stokes announced that he will be T20 ODI Test coach when Michael Bracewell get a chance to be captain of New Zealand Test. And there as well says an injured dude. It's a beautiful ball on the outside into the hands of Henry. And I mean, Helms took a massive shot there, Michael Knight, at 4:20 a.m., says Brandon. But Henry is going to be able to run it in for the try. Nice work from Scotland, and that will extend the lead just a little bit more for the Scottish. It looks like quite a bit of Scottish support there in the crowd as well. They're expecting a sellout for the evening session of the Commonwealth Games 7, which is going to be absolutely awesome to hear the electric atmosphere. Sevens is always a party, but it's like having a party with 50,000 in attendance. That really takes it above the rest when it comes to atmosphere. Now it is for Lolo making his way out onto the field. Test cricket is dying in popularity. It is sad. Everything seems to be T20 now, says 123 MS. And nice carry on there, Hamish, says Gareth. And there as well. But yeah, it is a shame that not too many people are getting behind Test match cricket. And I think the reasoning is because there have been so many draws as of late. Like, people kind of go, we have watched 5 days to see a draw type thing, with two sides that sometimes don't even look like they want to try and find a win. But a lot of sides do still play that aggressive game. England are a perfect example. Recently, they have stepped their Test matches up to the next level, and it's been brilliant to watch. No matter if they're winning or losing throughout the game, you know they're going to give it 110%. Now it will be in the hands of the number 3, Samson Fualolo. He's only recently made his way out there. Tonga, this is their first real chance of the game. Get some hands on the ball. And ODI looks like it's going to be canned in the future, unfortunately, says Gareth there. Oh, okay. It looks like Lee Jones has stayed down here. Is he all right? He doesn't look all right. He looks like he's very rattled at the moment, Lee Jones. So he might be going off the field now. So a bit of a stoppage. And also, do you want me to give you an update about Bunnings NBC 7? That actually reminds me that the Bunnings NBC, it is coming back next weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We will be covering as many games as we possibly can alongside the Rugby Championship and the Commonwealth Games for next weekend. And I think the Gallagher Premiership, how far away is the Gallagher Premiership from getting back underway, I wonder? Don't think it would be too far. I wonder how many athletes are jumping on a fast train to London whenever they get the chance, says Stephen Bissett. And that's the thing. You win a medal, everyone is going to want a picture with you. You'll be a very popular individual. I think you're right. Says 123 MS there. But it looks like now Lee Jones will be coming off the field, and replacing him, it will be Jordan Edmonds, who is a player who I don't think they wanted to play too much for in this contest, just because they wanted to save him for the big matches later on. Tonga now stepping. It's a good run from Fualolo, going through about 3 or 4 tackles, but unfortunately dropping the ball, and might have done a hammy in the process. Looked like he was a little bit tender, but he has got back up to his feet. He is all right now. The advantage is over. Scotland, big shot made from Pakalani. Now Jordan Edmonds breaks a tackle, breaks 2. Go on, Jordan Edmonds. He's going to try and back his pace. He's got the ears pinned back, and it looks like he might almost just make it. Yes, he does. And in the end, Tapalolo just wasn't quite able to get to him. I think he pointed straight at him as well, Jordan Edmonds, as if it wasn't already one-sided. And also, Ben Stokes, born in New Zealand and defeated his motherland in final. He must be embarrassed for defeating motherland, and he should be New Zealand coach when he retired from international cricket or crowds Crowd shout, says the Ninja Dude. I think it's great for him, really. The fact that he's been able to go over to England, play as well as he had and has. And same with Brendan McCullum. I know a lot of people are annoyed that he is coaching England, but New Zealand didn't offer him the job. So he needed to get a job somewhere. Went to England. He's turned them around. When do you see these games? Says Brandon there. Normally middle of the night. Oh, no, I think he found the camera, Jordan Edmonds, rather than the Tongan player. And it's all about T20. Can't get rid of Tests. They are a pinnacle regardless of foot support. So ODI is the one to open up more time for T20 franchise leagues. And it looks like it is 38-5 to Scottish. Now, Tonga, that one didn't go the 10, so they will get the tap on halfway. Still 3.5 minutes left of this contest, ladies and gentlemen, between Tonga and Scotland. They want to try and find themselves some points on the board, though, for Tonga. Good run forward. From that time, it was Vailea. Vantage offside against Scotland, and they will be going back for the offside penalty. Quick tap taken by Tonga, John Ika. Now straight on the ball. Ferguson wins the penalty. Every breakdown is just going the way of Scotland currently, and it does seem like it is certainly going to be the deciding factor in this contest, and it could actually be the deciding factor in their group. South Africa versus Scotland. I wonder who will finish first in that group. At the moment, Scotland have been looking pretty good in this game. They will be playing up against South Africa in the near future. I'm still picking a draw on this one. I know the Scottish, says Stephen there. Hi, bro, says Roman. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. I hope you are excited for all of the stuff that is happening at the moment in the Women's T20 India. I should mention we're able to get themselves 154 for 8. Australia women's side will require 155 from their 20 overs. And then later on tonight, Pakistan are playing Barbados in their game of the World Cup. Now, nice run for Jordan Edmonds. Tries to shove him off. Ferguson now continuing to drive forward. Elms, it was a flat pass. Big, wide pass from Coombs. And that is going to be Fundale, who does go in for his first try. And TVNZ one shot in there as well, says Brandon. So, yeah, they will have quite a bit of the Commonwealth Games on free-to-air, which is awesome in New Zealand. And also, I believe that's Fox Sports in Australia, or 9, I think it is, will actually have it free-to-air for Australians as well. So if you do want to watch the games, be sure to stick that VPN on and get yourself set to Australia, I guess. You'll get to go on a nice holiday in the process. But Farndale scores. Really shame if ODI dies. I think it requires skill instead of slugfest, says 123 MS in there as well. So I'm just going to have a quick look. So Scotland play New Zealand at 1:30 a.m. That's when they are playing. Then when is the Scotland versus New Zealand? The ODI starts at 10 p.m. on Sunday, and 1 day, 22 hours. That is very short for the turnaround. I think it's similar to what we're seeing for the men's side of things. Oh dear, this is a poor result for Tonga. She's distracted sports. Yeah, it hasn't been going their way at all throughout the early stages. Nice work in the breakdown. No, instead, actually getting penalised for that one as the player didn't roll away. Now, John Akea. Nope. Clearly not 10. You can get a yellow card in the process, says the ref. Bro, show cricket match, please, says Roman. I believe we have got a couple Sevens games that we are going to be covering at the same time as the cricket, but we will hopefully be doing more cricket throughout August with England versus South Africa. I'm hoping to do that one, although I think that also overlaps a little bit with the Sevens. Although it actually might not be too bad, and we thank Scotland for the participation, says Sebastian. And there's, I hope you are doing well, mate. What time is it currently for yourself, Sebastian? Do let me know. And who do you think wins the game between Fiji and Zambia? Who do you think's taking it out? Zambia's going to be tough. You know, they're a decent side. Haven't watched them before, but I'm looking forward to seeing them. Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Nepal, and Canada in the Commonwealth, says Gareth. So Pakistan are, I know, because they are playing in the women's cricket. Couldn't tell you too much about the other ones. I'll have a quick look and see if they're playing in the cricket, because I feel like that is somewhere where you'd expect to see the likes of a Bangladesh side, etc. No. Okay, so Pakistan are in there, but I don't believe Bangladesh are for the women's cricket anyway. They've been knocked on from Tonga, now only just out from their own in-goal area. Barreto sells the dummy going forward. He's got too much pace. And it's going to be Kalen Barreto. Or does he? He's coming back. It's a nice offload. It was a good chase from Tonga, but not good enough. And now Coombs does score himself the try. Oh, brother Sebastian. And also we have got there, Fiji might just sneak it by a 50 bomb, says Sebastian. And also from Bangladesh, says a Roman in there as well. But that is going to be the end of this match, I believe, unless we might still have time for one more kickoff. Alec Coombs and big love, says Sebastian. So the next game we are covering, it will be happening just after midnight New Zealand time in about 23 minutes time. And it is going to be an exciting one to see between Zambia and Fiji. And also just in my shoot, hopefully I can edit something watchable out of that dumpster fire, says Distracted Sports. I'm sure you'll be able to put something together, mate. Not too badly at all. Are you going to do, are you going some time? I'll give them a link for my YouTube channel, says Brandon, and there as well. Yeah, we have got about 20 minutes between the next two games that we are doing, I should mention. So that will be Zambia versus Fiji. But thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to stick around for later on because we have got plenty more sevens coming up. But I am now going to go and grab a drink of water and watch the next game that is taking place, which is Canada versus Wales. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all